Hello again, and welcome back to this quiet corner of YouTube. If you've just found my channel, my name is Tara. I'm a jeweler, self-taught gardener, and I live in a small rural town in Switzerland with my two dogs, Monty and Patty. And this is Making of Days. If you too enjoy a slower pace of life, or you're curious about life in a rural Swiss town, I hope you'll feel at home here. Have you ever felt an unshakable urge to change your life? A few years ago, after having lived my life in cities, I reached a breaking point. I felt lost, drained, and I longed for something else. A life more in rhythm with my own nature. So in this video, I'd like to share why I left the city for a rural life in Switzerland. And of course, I'd love to show you how my garden is growing. As a child, I was deeply attached to the natural world. But in my 20s, there were always reasons to stay in the city: work, studies, relationships. It wasn't until I turned 30, returning to Switzerland after years abroad, that I realized how much I needed to change. Living in share houses, feeling really tired of the pace of the city, I longed for a place where I could retreat and heal. Perhaps because I'm a Cancerian, a water sign, I've always felt tethered to rivers, lakes, and the sea. Water really soothes me, both in my body and mind. So when I was looking for a new home, one thing was certain: it had to be near water. And I got lucky. I was fortunate to find an old farmhouse to rent, modest and beautiful, right beside one of Switzerland's greatest rivers. We walk its banks, swim in its currents, and drift down it. And here, away from the city, I feel like the river reveals itself differently, not just as background scenery, but as a living artery. There's so much life. And with this abundance, I've found a sense of belonging too. It's hard to put into words what Swiss forests mean to me. Even as a child, I felt most myself among them. Away from crowds and expectations, I could shed my inhibitions and sink into the quiet and adventure. But over the years, I kind of forgot. It was only after Monty and Patty came into my life that I rediscovered the joy of being in a forest simply for the sake of being there to enjoy it. There is a silence here, not broken by traffic or the hum of the city. The cool, damp air softens my restless mind, and my dogs remind me to stray away from the path sometimes, and to just play. So during busy working weeks, we return again and again, following shaded tracks, finding hidden streams, and letting the green hush carry our worries away. I have to admit, despite growing up in Switzerland, I never felt deeply connected to the mountains. I don't ski, I'm not much of a hiker, and for most of my life I admired the Alps from a distance. I've always held deep reverence, though, for their vastness, those incredible peaks that hold both beauty and so much power. Recently, something has shifted that too. My mother found the courage to pursue a lifelong dream, to buy and live in a chalet in the higher Alpine region. So spending more time there has awakened something in me. The air feels impossibly clear, the landscape both familiar and yet a little outside my comfort zone. Nature in the mountains is more forceful, reminding me of my smallness and yet also my place within it. So really, what it comes down to for me is that listening to that inner voice isn't always easy, but it has led me here, to a life that feels more in rhythm with who I am. Leaving the city was my way of honouring that call, and while it hasn't always been simple, it's been deeply worth it. If you feel a similar longing, I hope you'll trust it, and perhaps even take the smallest step towards it.